What's up guys, it's Jordan here again. This is Dodoma. Today I'm going to be showing you something very important, and this will concern the history of Dodoma, how Dodoma became the capital of Tanzania. So let's tune on, see what has happened and the impact of this thing of changing Dodoma to be the capital. The decision and the plans of moving government officials to Dodoma started early 1973.
Imeamua kuwa makao makuu ya hamie Dodoma.
Said it's going to be a 10 years plan. The 10 years plan to make sure that the building and all the infrastructure gonna be built in Dodoma, ready for the government to move in Dodoma. So the plan started. Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere was the first president of Tanzania, and then later came Ali Hassan Mwinyi, who was the second president of Tanzania. So as the plan was on fire to move to Dodoma, so even when Mwinyi came into power, for his terms of 10 years of being in power, Ali Hassan Mwinyi didn't succeed to complete the mission of bringing all the government officials in Dodoma, which is the capital of Tanzania. Later came the third president, who was Benjamin William Mkapa. He also found the plan was on. I can say that it was much on paper. 2 terms of 10 years of President Benjamin William Mkapa being in the office as the president, he didn't succeed also moving the government officials to Dodoma. But he tried on his best to make sure the plans and all the stuff are done to make sure that the government official gonna be moving to the capital, but he didn't succeed. And then came the first president, B.I.G.G.Y. Kikwete. His 10 years in the office as a president, he didn't succeed to move government officials in Dodoma, capital city. Then came President John Pombe Magufuli, and that was 43 years later since Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere announced Dodoma the capital of Tanzania, where the government officials were supposed to move to Dodoma, but it was impossible for 43 years. Then President John Pombe Magufuli came up with the same decision. He also said in public, it was only 8 months of President Magufuli as a president in the office.
Nimechaguliwa kuwa rais katika kipindi cha miaka 5. Nimeshaimaliza miezi 8. Imebaki miaka 4 na miezi 4. Nataka niahidi kwenye mkutano huu mkuu wa taifa, na ninazungumza kutoka kwenye dhamira yangu, kabla sijamaliza kipindi changu cha miaka 5, serikali yote itakuwa hapa Dodoma.
After the order of the president of Tanzania, President John Pombe Magufuli, the prime minister publicly announced that he's going to be moving to Dodoma, and he ordered all the ministers that if he's going to be moving to Dodoma, they should also be there. So that's how the command went. The ministers commanded the permanent secretaries. The permanent secretaries commanded all this staff that you all have to move to Dodoma.
Ahadi hii ilitolewa na baba wa taifa kwamba Dodoma itakuwa ndio makao makuu ya nchi. Na Mheshimiwa Rais juzi na leo ameendelea kusisitiza, na mie ndio mtu wa kwanza niliyepewa maagizo haya. Natoa maagizo kwa mawaziri wote wa wizara zote, huku nikiwa najua wana nyumba za kuishi Dodoma na wana ofisi ndogo Dodoma, wahame mara moja Dar es Salaam, wahamie Dodoma. Na Mheshimiwa Rais, baada ya agizo lako la juzi, jana nilimuita waziri wa nchi ofisi ya waziri mkuu na katibu mkuu. Nimewaagiza wakamilishe nyumba yangu na hamie mwezi wa 9 haraka sana pale juu.
that's how this happened. And up to today, the government officials there in Dodoma, very few government officials left in Dar es Salaam, but the bigger percent of government officials there in Dodoma. There is a very big results for moving the government officials here in Dodoma. So the strategies was planned to build Dodoma to be the modern city. They decided to build the big bus terminal. This bus terminal that is built here in Dodoma can accommodate more than 400 buses. But not only this Dodoma bus terminal, yeah, it's called Nane bus terminal, but they also built a very big market called Ndugai market, or to stimulate people to start different businesses to make Dodoma grow speed. When I was at Magufuli City, somebody asked me, is there any hotels there? Is there any whatever malls and stuff? So you can see this building here. This building built in Magufuli City. It is this building you see here. It has been built in Magufuli City. They're going to be having conference halls, hotels, malls, and other activities. So guys, all these are the result of moving the government officials to the capital of Dodoma. But not only this, around downtown, there was a lot of vendors. They were split all around the streets in downtown. Then the government decided to build Machinga complex. And Machinga, in Tanzania we call it Machinga, but I know it is matching guys, those people who are selling goods moving from one point to another. So the government decided to build this. As you see, this market, this Machinga complex, this was built for the vendors. And this one can accommodate more than 3,000 vendors in this market. All this was the result of moving government to Dodoma, guys. So this is to stimulate the growth of the economy here in Dodoma. The government decided to build a park where people can chill. They can have some different games, basket and some other different games, but kind of like a garden where you can go and chill to reduce the traffic jam and a number of vehicles around the city. So the government decided to build this Nara Rory Park a little bit out of town, can accommodate more than 300 lorries. The government wanted to stimulate different businesses, different production like industries and stuff like that. So they started to put a very good plan of production of electricity. So the production of electricity in Dodoma is bigger than the demand. This place here, guys, the production of electricity is 213 megawatts, while the usage is only 55 megawatts, which means we have a surplus of 157 megawatts. Planning more production of electricity to attract more people to come and invest in different businesses like industries and stuff like that. There's so many roads that have been built, guys. All this is to stimulate the economic growth of Dodoma and Tanzania in general. This includes the outer ring road. They're still building it, and this is also to reduce the congestion downtown. So the government had decided to build this outer ring road, which is gonna be out of the downtown. This outer ring road is gonna look like this. You know, this is a projection, guys. I think it's gonna be one of the best and the one of the example here in Africa. It's gonna be an amazing. As you can see, men at work, they're building and working so hard. This is what you can see, though these are the result of government moving to Dodoma. There is an innovation of Old Airport of Dodoma. One of the places that has been innovated is the car park. You know, back in the day, the car park used to accommodate not more than 30 cars, but now from 30 to 90 cars can be parked at once at the parking lot of the airport. Another area that has been innovated is the runway. The runway before was 2,500 meters, which has been expanded to 2,700 meters. to enable Bombardier and Airbus. The other area that has been innovated, they decided to add some lights. We call it approach lights. This can enable the plane to land even during night, because before planes were not landing during night, it was during daytime. So they decided to put this approach light for the plane to land even during night. Sarato International Airport, the runway is gonna be 4,500 meters. That's gonna be the runway. So which means it's gonna be able to accommodate much bigger plane. There is another big project here, and as a matter of fact, because the government want to make this city, Dodoma city, the very modern one, they have decided to have a very good plan of installing the train. The inner train that is out of SGR, guys, is going to be taking passengers from one point to another. Okay, see, this is how it's going to be working. So that's what it is. So this is going to be having different phases, but also the government is planning to have the city bus services as how it lands in Dar es Salaam. Those kind of buses in Dar es Salaam, they're also going to be here in Dodoma to make it easier for people to move from one side to another. When you're going to be here in Dodoma, you don't have to worry about higher learning institutions. We have universities and the colleges here. So as you can see it from the drone video, where here in Dodoma we have universities and we have colleges. So all this to make sure for the people who live in Dodoma and outside of Dodoma, they get a good education. And all this is to make sure that they are preparing Dodoma to be one of the modern city and to look much different. Yes, as you can see from the drone video, those are the hospitals that are in Dodoma. The plan to build more is still in a pipeline, but also the government is inviting the investors to come and invest on hospitals and even universities. You guys, you're all allowed. There is a lot of houses that have been built by the government. As you can see, these houses, these are for the rental, for the government officials and another person who want to lend, and they're still on progress of building it all. So this is what you can see in Dodoma, and this is the new Dodoma, the one that is said to be is gonna be the modern city here. So guys, but not only the government thing, because the government have been showing you all this done by the government, but the private sector, as you can see, different areas, hotels, factories, malls. The government is promoting for the private sectors to engage themselves in different activities. They can invest in various places, factories, schools, universities, in hospitals. So the government is inviting everybody all around the world to come and invest on all these different sectors. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this series. I have shown you a lot of things, opportunities that is found here in Dodoma. Guys, please keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.